when you have time, the ugly law. Because there was a law in this country where if you had cerebral palsy, if you were severely disabled and you went to a restaurant to eat, for example. Now, you didn't have to necessarily fit that category of severely disabled, but if you went to a restaurant to eat and someone with cerebral palsy who might waste a lot of food on them, you could be asked to leave by law because you were ugly. Public ugliness was a crime in many states. Okay, and the people that suffered from that the most would be people that we would frame as retards. So P equals C equals N. Problem equals criminal equals nigga is problem equals criminal equals retard. Problem equals criminal equals bitch. The word bitch, where does that come from? The word bitch comes from a woman who's out. It doesn't come from her, but it frames a woman who doesn't fit the norm. She's outspoken. She's got more courage than other women, and she'll put it out there. She'll challenge the prevailing norm. Okay, so we call her a bitch. Okay, because she's a problem. And so she may not be a legal criminal, but she's a moral criminal because she's stepping outside of the way she's always been packaged. Okay, just like flip the word bitch and aim it at a man. It's the same equation. P equals C equals B. He's a problem because he's not as masculine as we are. He's bitch-like. And every guy in here knows what I'm talking about when you've been in the circle with some of the boys and somebody's leveled the term bitch at one of the boys. It might be an affectionate moment, like two black people saying, "What's up, my nigga?" It might be affectionate, but also can be real, like you're a little effeminate, you're not as tough. You know, it's a term that controls or provokes a certain action out of someone. P equals C equals B works across both gender lines. So I think you're getting the point, okay? This is why, this is all embedded in how I define nigger, okay?